Deep in the heart of the Venezuelan jungle, hidden among towering tepuis, lies one of the world's greatest natural wonders, Salto, the mighty Angel Falls. Surrounded by dense rainforest and ancient tabletop mountains, this remote paradise is a true spectacle of nature. Just got to the airport. I'm in a domestic flights terminal, flying to Canaima today. I needed to take motorbike ride to the airport for $13 because there was no bus. It was too early to get to the airport, and it's around 40 kilometers from the city. Normally you could take a bus for $2 or $5, but due to the night hours, nothing was going to the airport. To see the highest waterfall in the world, you need to take a flight. There's no option to go by the road or by the boat. Recently, government restricted access to the national park. In previous years, you may still find information that the flights were leaving from Ciudad Bolivar or Puerto Ordaz. Recently, there's no such flight or trips organized from the city. As of today, you can fly only from Caracas Airport. The flights are leaving on Thursday and Sunday. You need to stay there for the return flight, so you cannot fly for one day and see the waterfall. You're flying on Thursday, coming back on Sunday. You're flying on Sunday, coming back on Thursday. Landed in the middle of the jungle. This is probably the only airport terminal that I see with a grass roof. Plane just arrived. It will take the passengers that are coming back. I booked my stay through a tour agency. You can try booking directly with a lodge, but there is no guarantee of airline tickets for those dates. You cannot book the tickets online. After arriving in Canaima, I met our guides who walked with us to the lodge. Our accommodation was within walking distance, and we carried our own luggage. Other hotels pick up tourists by car. The place that I choose to stay in Canaima is very local. This is run by the local people, by the Pemon people who originate from this area. You may see offers from other lodges that are run by people from abroad or from Caracas, but where I'm staying right now is very, very local. So the money that I'm paying to stay here goes to the local community. I'm not quite sure, this may be a capybara. Okay, there's a roof construction going on. Everything that they are using is natural. No metal, no nails. I got the key to the room. I'll show you what is here. This is the bathroom. I have the toilet, trash bin, sink, mirror, and the shower. Okay, looks decent. Simple, but very decent. And I have a big double bed, which is super cool. Some shelves, local art, and a fan. There's no air condition, there will be fan, so very simple. It is incredibly sunny, but I will go and take a walk in the village, walk a bit to the lagoon and see how everything looks like. Because right now we have a bit of a free time before lunch, so I have around 2 hours to discover on my own, and preferably not get lost. Hola! And passing next to the local school. Okay, I know that the sun may be very harsh, but it is what it is, and I'm gonna try to show you how the village looks like. Oh wow, there's kind of a statue. Ah, look at this palm trees. And this is Jesus in the jungle. There's even a shop here. Buy some clothes. T-shirts for $10. Hey, do you see this? Amazing. Imagine you're a kid and you have a small break at school and you can get to this place.
After lunch, we took a boat across the lagoon to see the amazing Salto and Sapito waterfalls and walk the paths behind them.
Our stuff here. Now only socks and going under the waterfall. I'm taking my phone and I hope this is, as they say, waterproof. Hopefully. Here we go. No, I'm taking picture of myself. We crossed first waterfall and now we're gonna go back the same way to cross two more. This waterfall was much smaller than another one that we're gonna cross, and there's much more water out the other one. We're going to the next waterfall, putting their shoes back. The next waterfall that we're gonna cross, it's called Aicha. I'm totally wet. My shirt is wet, my pants are wet, carrying my cap and bandana with me in my hands because I left it before we entered the waterfall. At least this is dry so I can clean the lens from my phone. Surprisingly, after you get out of the waterfall, you drive very fast. But right now we're gonna cross back through the jungle. Hopefully no mosquitoes will eat me alive. And now on the top of the waterfall that we just crossed.
The view is amazing.
Tepuis in the back. So Tepuis are the Table Mountain, one of the oldest in the world. They got around 2 billion years. The weather is surprisingly well. It's empty. So if it breaks, we can fall down. Okay, now we're gonna walk behind the waterfalls that we seen from the boat. second day of the trip. I'm packed and today we're taking a boat to the waterfalls. I'm just taking essentials because we will spend one night in the hammock next to the falls. I'll show you my jungle outfit check. The guide told us right now to wear some light shoes like flip-flops and sandals because it's gonna be wet, to not wear the trekking shoes for the boat, that it's better. This is a bath. I'm gonna wear it on my face instead of using sun cream. It's funny because I traveled with that for many years. I got it in South Africa when I was traveling, and I hitchhike with this on my face through many countries. Some cheap shirts that I don't know I have from where, and the pants that can be longer because I unzip them, and the sandals too. Those are all stuff that we're taking for the boat, the engine, our backpacks, safety vest. The kind of orange one is my backpack, water bottles, some food.
Okay.
Our boat is the boat with supplies and us. We need to fit there. It's not gonna be a lot of space. Thank you. We get out of the boat. Now the part we will walk because there are rapids and the boat cannot go with full capacity through the rapids. So we're taking a walk and the captain will navigate through the rapids right now.
We call it Mayupa. There are about 10 families. It has a church, school,
Which one is the
primary
church?
school.
This is church actually.
The name is Churwata.
Yeah, they told me that Carlos said this is church.
The Pemon people living in these villages have been profoundly impacted by the tourism and historical events, such as the establishment of the Canaima camp. This significantly influenced their traditions, leading to a shift toward Catholicism as the dominant faith and a decline in their ancestral language and beliefs.
I'm the last in the group because I was trying to take some drone shots. The guys are running like they're in a hurry of something, dear Lord. I have no time to stop and take a picture and like film.
As we traveled toward the camp, we encountered numerous tabletop mountains. These geological formations typically stand alone rather than forming continuous ranges, which has allowed them to develop unique ecosystems with a diverse array of plant and animal species found nowhere else. The Grand Sabana region is home to the highest concentration of tepuis, with 115 of these distinctive mountains scattered across the landscape. Their elevation vary ranging from 1,000 to 3,000 meters. The Pemon people refer to these mountains as tepuis, a term that translates to House of the Spirits or House of the Gods. According to one of the local legends, the deep pits found on the summits of some tepuis are believed to be the cooking pots of Mawai, the god of rain and thunder.
We arrived to the camp. The camp is in front of the waterfall. There are a few facilities here. This is the common dining area, ladies' restroom. There's no doors, just curtains. This is a shower. And toilet. There's even a toilet paper. Wow. And here the view from the bathroom's window. This is a water tank for the bathrooms. Those are the surroundings of the camp and the area. All supplies needs to be brought from outside. Oh, and the lunch. Ooh, we even fry chicken legs. The snacks that are prepared by the camps. Okay, sandwich with cheese and ham, muffin, apple. Amazing place for a lunch with a great view. 1.5 hour trek to the waterfalls. We will walk and there's apparently some place to swim on the way. After that, we will spend around 40 minutes next to the waterfalls. I have an option to go twice because today there's a group who will go back to the camps in the evening. I think it's great because otherwise, I don't know, maybe there will be a bad weather tomorrow or something. Okay, basically, this is a marathon through the forest because the guide is running like fucking crazy. Like, I know he's been here hundreds times, but this is just too fast. Well, honestly, not what I was expecting. I would rather have someone to explain to me, this is a tree, that's something, something. This is a saint stone, or other shit. But this guy is just running, you know, from one place to another. Not approved. If you have watched the animated movie Up, this waterfall that is in Venezuela, the Angel Falls, actually inspired the Paradise Falls that were featured in the movie.
Olga, what the fuck is this?
When I was smaller, there was this TV series Lost World, based on the book by Arthur Conan Doyle, that featured a group of explorers that took the balloon to the Table Mountain and got stuck there, see the dinosaurs and things. So Arthur Conan Doyle got inspired by Table Mountains in Venezuela to write this book.
Otra cosa, no sé.
If you cook them, they are...
Woke up in the morning. It's exactly 6. Woke up at around 5:30. It's still very beautiful to wake up and see this view. During the trip, there are 2 days with the waterfalls. First day we're arriving and it's supposed to be just a chill day, but we went to the waterfalls too. and today gonna leave. So there's a 5-hour boat ride back here. Next to the falls, every lodge has its camp. So my camp is more affordable camps. But for example, the camp from the lodge close by, it's some exclusive camp. They have a Starlink and everything. I had electricity only from 6 to 9. In this area, all of those mountains are tepuis, and there are much more waterfalls. We simply don't have time to get there. There are possibilities to organize the tours. Those are like expensive tours. You need to pay a few $1,000s to explore the area.
Canaima National Park, located in southeastern Venezuela, was established in 1962 and covers an area of 3,000 square kilometers, making it one of the largest national parks in the world. In 1994, UNESCO designated it a World Heritage Site due to its unique geological formations and rich biodiversity. Angel Falls, the tallest waterfall in the world at 979 meters, is one of Venezuela's most iconic natural landmarks. The waterfall is plunging from the summit of Tepuy. Angel Falls was formed as rainwater collected on the flat summit of Tepuy, eroding the rock and creating a sheer drop over the time. While the waterfall was well known to local indigenous groups for centuries, it remained largely unknown to the outside world until the early 20th century. The first recorded mention of the falls in Western records was in the beginning of 1900s, when explorers and gold prospectors documented its existence. However, it wasn't widely publicized until 1933, when Jimmy Angel, an American aviator and adventurer, flew over the falls while searching for gold. In 1937, Jimmy Angel attempted to land his small plane on the summit of Tepuy. His aircraft became stuck in the soft terrain, forcing him and his crew to trek for 11 days through the dense jungle before reaching civilization. This dramatic event brought international attention to the waterfall, which was later named Angel Falls in his honor. The remains of his plane were recovered in 1970 and are now displayed at Ciudad Bolivar's airport.
This is the tree from which the canoes are made. It's very humid in the jungle, and I just took off my shirt because surprisingly, not many mosquitoes. Yesterday when we walked in the late afternoon, the same way, I don't know, maybe 2 of them bit me, and not in the forest but on the viewpoint. Even during the night, when we were sleeping in the hammocks didn't have mosquito nets. Nothing bit me. Okay, I also slept with my socks on, but yeah, no mosquitoes. From the viewpoint, you can go a bit down and go to the pool where you can swim and put yourself under the waterfall. It's not so easy to spot the animals on the paths because there's a lot of people on the same trail. But in this park you can find some very rare and also endangered species. So there are jaguars, pumas, very specific for this region, giant anteater, river otters, but hard to spot them. Yesterday on our trek back from the waterfalls, we seen birds that the locals called pavik in Pemon language. They look like turkey with the black feathers, and locally people also eat them. I was not fast enough to take a video or the picture of them, so you need to believe what I'm saying. Paths in the park are very well maintained. I'm talking about the paths to the waterfalls. You have something to hold. On some parts there are ropes and the support. This is 3.5 kilometers one way, so the walk from the camps to waterfall, it's done, depends how fast you are, but it can be done really with average fitness, or even when you're not fit at all, you can do it. So I think it's very doable. There are some places where it's a bit harder because of the rocks, but I seen a guy yesterday carrying suitcase, like a wheeled suitcase. I had no idea what he was carrying out there, but he did carry it on the trail. And some people, even older people, are making it without problem, so this is not a very physically challenging path.
On our way back, the water level was pretty low, and even when the journey was with the flow, it took us around 6 hours. Sometimes we got stuck on the rocks.
Did you get out?
While sitting on the boat, I had the time to reflect about the trip and will summarize it for you. I paid $720 to the agency. Plane tickets, meals, accommodation and guides included, plus $18 transport from and to the airport. This was the first time in my entire life to use an organized trip, and was a bit disappointed with the service. The amount of food we got was sometimes not enough, and the guys in my group complained they were still hungry. If you ask if there may be salad left, answer was no. Our guide, although a nice person, wasn't very talkative and didn't share much information with us, neither in English nor in Spanish. We didn't interact with local people or learn more about their culture, even when in itinerary they marked cultural evening. Canaima is an amazing place, but very expensive, and it may be too much for budget travelers.
Super nice with this reflection in the water.